Wade!
We're going to go Canaan with Nippon and Middleton. Let's go. On 3 minutes. Let's go. He's lefty, and it went over here, and I saw it going up the corner, thinking it was going in. So, you got to give credit to the goalie. He made some big time saves. I think Cornell made some big time saves. They're two very good young sophomore goalies, and there's some special players out here on both sides of the ball.
One more street question, because I love this stuff. You knew it was going to come to an end someday. If you could have picked your poison, and you said it couldn't come to an end against one team, do you wish it wasn't them? Really?
Look, they're a rival. There's no question. Okay, but I get a chance to beat them again.
Right.
Okay, so at least I have that in mind. If I lose to anybody in the FCI, it's just as disappointing.
Okay.
So, I think that again, who it comes to the end, that's more for. Yes, it's a rival game. You're disappointed to lose. Period. So they have the motivation of the 3 losses last year. We have the motivation of the streak, and and trying to keep our our national ranking and all that stuff. So I mean, that's what's late. For these kids, it's such a it's taken on a life of its own, and each game has such a flavor to it. But from my perspective, this is just a great high school sporting event, and it didn't mean anything from the standpoint of titles or anything, which are at the end of the year, that's all we really want. So hopefully we'll learn, and hopefully we'll get a chance to defend FCIAC and win a new state title, because we're not going to get the chance to defend the M's, but that's what I look at.
Thank you, bud.
Okay.
Dan Novak, how you doing?
How you doing?
Okay. Just talking about the comeback, they go up 4-0. You guys weren't going to quit. I mean, you come back and you tie it up 7-7. Do you feel the momentum was kind of good?
Oh yeah. I think we had the momentum, and should have had it going into half. I think we had an opportunity. We gave up a goal right before the end of the half that put them, up a goal. Which I didn't think was going to, I didn't think should have happened. And then, from a standpoint of the fourth quarter, we were right there and didn't take care of business and made some things. But then obviously, right there at the end, you have a chance. I mean, we got the possession with 2 goals down, but over a minute to go. That's plenty of time for us, particularly with the face-off police. And so Ian popped in a goal from Niffin, and we ran a similar play to it, thinking that they would be looking for that. And it wasn't really wide open, but then we got, Niffin another great look, and, just didn't get quite on the edge that he needed. But other than that, I think, my kids gave me everything we could get, and, you got to tip your hat to a team when you lose to them, too.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Right, we'll talk. Okay, thanks.
Jeff, it's a tough day, but there's some positives, plenty of positives. Niffin back, you just want to give me a few words on that? Getting Niff back?
Well, it's like I said, that, I had to make a decision. It wasn't necessarily one that I was completely comfortable with. He got released to play yesterday, practice. Yesterday when he got there, he'd been in practice, going without contact. But it was like, all right, do I just hold him out and wait and nurse him into Trumbull, or do I let him get into the heat of a big game? And I think it was a better experience for us, regardless of winning or losing, that we nursed him in. If he had not played well, maybe I would have been kicking myself. Well, that busted the chemistry up. But he obviously gave us. When we were down, he was part of the edge that brought us back. He plays with an electric. Electricity that you need in offensive players. Plays with a confidence, and obviously there's some shots that he would like back, but that's why you want him in these kind of games, because he needs to get back in the flow.
And round 1, as always.
Yeah, like I said, we hope we'll get a rematch, but in our league you never know, and it could be You know, it could be, you know, one and done, and, you know, one of us could get eliminated and not see each other in the FCX, and then we're not in the same state. So, you know, you just gotta, you know, pick your poison. You know, there's Ridgefield, you know, Greenwich coming up next weekend. And, you know, Staples is playing great. So Wilton's playing strong. So you don't know in our league, and then you know when you get to the Class L's, it's a whole new ballpark.
Okay, Ian. Yeah, just your take on a real tough loss, and you're hanging right with them. They're hanging with you.
Yeah,
Quite a boxing match.
Yeah, it's you know that's what you're gonna get when you play New Canaan. Just a great competition, and we knew that going in. And they came out with a lot of fire. We're up 4-0, I believe. And it's tough to lose on this field, and tough to lose New Canaan any day. But they played a good game. Hats off to them. But you know, give shouts out to our guys for battling back. Jack Niffen, first game back, and he puts in 2 big ones, I think. Andrew Police, the face-off X. Nick Tuzinkiewicz playing towards the defensive midi, and our whole bench was really into it. So, you know, there's a lot of positives to be taken away, but you know, it's going to sting for a while.
Yeah, I got to hand it to him. You know, Niffen is a warrior. I told him in the line. I mean, for that kid to come back after his knee injury and play the game that he played today, wow, he is a special player. And the 2 Morris, he was phenomenal today. We know how good he is. I mean, we knew we were going to get that type of goal going into the season. And he's playing big every game, and hopefully we can do the same in the playoffs. But Drew's phenomenal, baby. I'm glad he's on the sophomore.
You look, I mean, not that there's never any urgency, but just we talked a little bit about, you don't know if you're going to see these guys again. This could have been your only chance playing them.
I mean, look, you know, hopefully it's not. I mean, it's so much fun to play Darien. This rivalry is so special. I was telling the guys before the game, you know, if I could go back and play any games, it would be against Darien. You know, win or lose, it's fun. So, you know, hopefully we do get a chance to play each other again. I think all the boys, you know, they're friends and they're competitors, and they'd like to see it. But the FCX tournament's wide open, and it's gonna be fun lacrosse for everybody. So.
Losing 3 times to them last year, how much sweeter is this win today?
You know, I don't even think we thought about last year at all. It's a new team for both groups. You know, of course, you don't want to keep losing to the same team over and over again, but this was about this year's team and this year and playing our best lacrosse, which you know, I didn't think we did. I thought we made a handful of mistakes, especially on the stretch, that we could have, you know, just lost the game pretty easily. But I got to hand it to them. They pulled it together at the end there, and I'm very, very proud of this group. Thanks, Dave.
Scoring those first 2 goals was kind of key for you, though. I mean, it got you a little momentum.
Yeah, well, we've been a fast starting team on offense, but we need to be more consistent throughout all 4 quarters. We are kind of a streaky team at times, and it's something that, you know, from my coaching, you know, that I grew up in, Benedict and Coach Tierney, you know, that's not the style of play that I want, because I believe in their philosophies of, you know, 6-on-6 offense and controlling the ball and settling it. But hey, if we score goals and we win, we can't complain too much.
And can you just comment on the play of Michael Krause today?
Michael Krause is one of the best players in Connecticut. He's a leader. You know, he comes to play every day, not just in games. I've known Michael for 6 years now, and he's a very, very special player. You know, so I expect that out of him every day. So he's great. He really is.
How about O'Connell stepping up for you, big sophomore? It was pretty impressive there.
Yeah, Ryan O'Connell, he's one of those sophomores that doesn't play like a sophomore. Ryan O'Connell can do a lot for us. He's such a smart player when it comes to lacrosse IQ, and then the things he can do skill-wise is pretty phenomenal. So, you know, Ryan O'Connell's got a bright future ahead of him.
How satisfying was this after last year? You guys had some crushing losses to them. Snapped, you know, their winning streak. You know, your home turf must be pretty sweet.
It feels good to win a close game. You know, it's something that we have not done well, not just against these guys, but against other teams. So it feels good that we got one. Whether it was first Darien or any other team, it felt good. But look, that Darien team is phenomenal. Yeah. And I got to hand it to Coach Braemar and that staff for doing what they've done year after year with the guys they graduated. For them to come out and do what they're doing this season is pretty remarkable. So hats off to Coach Braemar and the Darien team. You know, I'm sure we'll see them play.
You guys kind of, you know, biting your nails thinking not again when they got that goal, contributed to 9-8, and they had another shot at it. You guys saved it, obviously.
Yeah, no, you know, I've been in a lot of these games in my life. I've never really thought that way. It's more of, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do when we get the ball? What are we going to do if they get the ball? If you start thinking about, oh man, here we go again, you're going to lose. So we've trained our guys to prepare for situations, and that big end stop is huge.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Very proud of them.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
No problem.
Just highlight your career
No.
against Darien.
No, I've had a lot of great games for Darien in my career, but this is just another good one. I'm sure there'll be many more, and that Darien team is very, very good. So.